Welcome back to The Wandering Wind, your source for gaming and tech news, reviews, and videos that you can use. Today, we're talking about a bit of bad news for gamers on Linux, specifically on Canonical's Ubuntu 19.10 and future release software. So, recently, Steam released some information that they will not be supporting Ubuntu 19.10 and beyond OSs because of Canonical's announced plans to drop 32-bit packages and libraries from their next iteration, 19.10. These packages enable 32-bit software to run on 64-bit versions of Ubuntu. And the reason why this ends up being a problem for Steam and for gamers in general is because very often most indie developers will go for a 32-bit form of their game. In fact, many Linux games on Steam are only available in the 32-bit format. They work on 64-bit Linux distributions, but only with the 32-bit libraries included. As Veronix recently pointed out, this also affects the Wine compatibility layer that allows running Windows software on Linux. Wine will not be able to run 32-bit Windows software anymore. Steam's compatibility layer for running Windows games on Linux would also not work for 32-bit games. So what does that mean for you, the consumer? Well, if you use either a Mac or a Windows system, then this will not affect you in the slightest. There are no overreaching or overarching effects beyond the Linux ecosystem. For users of other Linux distributions beyond Ubuntu, well, it depends on what your particular distribution is based on. Many Ubuntu-based Linux distributions will also be affected by this, such as Linux Mint and others. But many of the other distributions out there of Linux will still be able to run Steam just fine, and will be able to run both 32 and 64-bit systems. So, what do we take away from this, really? Well, gaming can sometimes be affected by things completely beyond the gaming sphere. And there's no real reason, I think, why Canonical wants to drop 32-bit packages other than maybe just being lazy and wanting to cut corners in some areas that they think aren't as useful or as important, I guess. Although, why you would drop 32-bit packages instead of maybe doing RAM management better or something like that, I have no clue. But you do you, Canonical. You do you. So what does that mean for most gamers? Well, the vast majority of Steam gamers are also Windows users. So the main base of Steam users will not be affected by this. And even the small percentage of people that use Linux distributions, there are not that many that use Ubuntu anymore either. I mean, yes, it's the most popular software, but there are a lot more other distributions out there, and there are a lot more, I guess, well-developed software distributions of Linux that are more popular than Ubuntu and work better. There are a lot of developers that use Linux solely as a development platform, and so on and so forth. So, at the end of the day, there's not really much as far as effect on the gaming market as a whole. It's more just one more dumb decision by one more company that affects us end users in some way, shape, or form. I use Windows 10, but I also do have a Linux laptop for my mobile use, and I have been using it for some lower end gaming, but I will be using a different distribution from now on in order to continue doing low end gaming while I'm away from home. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want more tech news, reviews, and videos that you can use, or gaming videos of the same like, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Please make sure to click that bell and make sure you get notifications for all my new videos. And until next time, I love you very much, and I'll see you again soon. And I'll be back when the day is new, and I'll have more ideas for you. And you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too, because it's you I like. Thanks for watching.